this is Mary Mattingly with the Big Rapids Pioneer, and for this week's Musician Spotlight, we are joined by soprano Courtney Gilson-Piercey. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me.
We're here at the United Methodist Church in Reed City, where she is chancel choir director. She also gives private voice lessons in the area and serves as an adjunct music professor at Central Arizona College. So yeah, you are originally not from the Reed City area, is that right?
No, I'm not.
You're from...
I'm originally from New York.
Yeah. So I guess what brings you here then?
Well, my husband received an offer for a job at Ferris State University. So after we finished our doctorates in the state of Arizona, my husband received an offer from Ferris, and him being a Michigan native and a Kalamazoo native, it was very close to his home, and it's not too terribly far from mine either.
But you're still able to continue giving voice lessons at the college, so tell me a little bit, how does that work?
Well, actually, I teach online music history courses at the college, and actually I was just approached the other day to teach lessons via Skype in Arizona too. So that's an interesting experiment, but I teach online music history courses, so that's how I teach through them.
Okay, so tell me then a little bit about your background just pursuing voice. What made you originally want to study singing?
Well, I originally started singing at the age of 5. My music teacher identified me as somebody who could match pitch, and I decided at that point that I really enjoyed it. But nobody would take me on as a voice student because I was way too young. So, like every 4th grader, I learned how to play flute. I chose the flute as my instrument of choice, and I joined a children's choir. And at 14, I had done mostly Broadway stuff, musical theater stuff up to that point, but at 14, I saw the New York City Opera's production of Lucia di Lammermoor, and I fell in love with opera at that point and said, this is what I want to do with the rest of my life. And I decided at that point that I was going to start studying, and I was of the age where teachers would start to take me on, and the rest is history. So
obviously you said you're a huge fan of opera, a huge fan. I know you mentioned to me you love like art song cycles. What do you think in this day and age, some people might say great art is dying, people's interest in classical music is waning. Have you found that to be the case, or what do you think keeps this art form going?
Well, I think that it's evolving. It is changing, and the type of music that people enjoy is definitely changing. Even art song composers are changing the way that they approach their processes as well to reach a wider audience. I think more people gravitate towards a more popular sound rather than, you know, the Schubertian sound or the Debussyan sound. But there are, I think, enough of us out there that are trying to make this art form as approachable as possible. Because I think up until recently there's been a huge divide between popular music and classical music. And classical music used to be popular music in its day. So I think that it's coming to fruition where we're able to bring it to a more wider audience, a wider audience.
Well, that was everything I wanted to ask. Is there anything you'd like to add at all, or anything I might have missed?
No, I think we covered everything.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.